One of the great targets is the heart. I'm not talking about the physical heart, though they are connected. I'm talking about the heart vortex within the human energy field, the heart chakra, or wheel of light as it is called in the East. We often think of love in a certain way, like being attracted to someone or loving your kids, but actually what I'm referring to is very different. It includes those aspects, of course, but true love in its purest sense does not just say, I want the best for my kids, although we do. It says, I want the best for everybody. When you open your heart, it's not just love in the sense that people perceive it. It opens you to infinity. It's our connection to all that is, has been, and ever can be. Through that connection, you gain insight and knowing. When people have intuitive knowing, they often say, I just know this is because the heart knows as it is connected to that which does know. When you open your heart, you connect to a level of awareness that allows you to see the connections in the reality you are experiencing. One definition of this kind of love is the absence of fear. I would call evil the absence of love. When you infuse love into evil, it is no longer evil, it is the absence of love. This cult which operates without love does what it does because it lacks love, but it also lacks fear. Once you open to this insight and self-identity, you know there is nothing to fear. Whatever experiences we have, there will always be another one along in a minute. We are always an expression, a point of attention within all that is, has been, and ever can be. No matter how bad the current experience, this is what we always are. This state of being does not fear and always does what it knows to be right without considering consequences. It never contemplates doing anything but what it knows to be right, making consequences irrelevant. Fear of the unknown, particularly fear of death, is a foundational fear. The manipulation of this fear has been evident during the pandemic, where people have been frozen in fear of death. Doctors wield much power because people fear death. However, knowing you are all that is, has been, and ever can be, always will be, helps you understand that you are just having a brief experience. This state of being does not consider consequences of actions, not in the sense of crossing a road in front of a truck, but regarding what others will think or say about you for doing what you know is right. I never consider such consequences because doing so would mean contemplating not doing what I know to be right. Reaching this point of connection and insight does not require sitting cross-legged on a mountain like a Buddha. Anyone can achieve this. It is our natural state. We are being manipulated into an unnatural state. When you open your heart, you know that death is nothing more than a transfer of attention. I have an image in my book, The Answer, of a man with a virtual reality headset taking it off and looking around with a caption saying, my God, I've just died, because death is essentially just taking off the headset. It is moving from this brief experience to our expansive true self. Opening your heart brings this knowledge to you. You understand that no authority seeking to impose itself on you can intimidate you when you know its imposition is unjustified. This knowledge represents freedom, freedom to connect with all that is. When a revolution of this understanding happens, acquiescence will stop. This state of being would never submit to freedom's impositions. It always does what it knows to be right. This revolution centers on the heart, the energetic heart, our connection to the universe. Throughout history, and even today, symbolism around the heart reflects its significance. Phrases like heart of stone, broken heart. The heart is central to everything, not the head. The heart produces the body's most powerful electromagnetic field. When open, it dominates the head. People often say, what does your head say? What does your heart say? They give different answers because the heart connects to the expansive universe, while the head is more limited. Opening your heart changes everything about you. This happened to me years ago, transforming my life. Everyone can access this state whenever they want. Ditch the labels. Stop identifying with labels. They are just brief experiences. Even your name is temporary. You are the consciousness having the experience. When asked who you are, respond that you are all that is, has been, and ever can be having an experience. If you meet someone and they ask who you are, they might tell you their name, job, family, background, and history. But these are just experiences. Who you truly are is all that is, has been, and ever can be having an experience. Racism and other forms of division are not only undesirable, but also demonstrate a lack of understanding of reality and self. Anti-racists who obsess over race are equally missing the point. Race is just a brief experience. The true self is the consciousness having these experiences. When this realization dawns and the heart opens, it changes everything.